Well, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm just starting to share my screen. Can everyone see my screen yet? Yeah, right. I'll just wait for the slideshow to open. So just to kind of give a bit of an introduction, Myerscough College is a specialist land-based and sports college. Main centre is up in Preston, but the best centre, not that I'm biased in any way, is in Croxteth Park, Liverpool. We've been there for 22 years now, where we've got a fantastic combination where we've got the park facilities that includes a Victorian wall garden, the outer park area, and then we've got some fairly new facilities that have been built over the last 3-4 years, courtesy of Liverpool City Region. This opening slide takes a while to open. There we go. Because there's that many photos on it. Now, just a word of warning, I've been grimacing a little bit while everyone else has been doing the how many photos have actually stolen off other people, so there'll be some familiar pictures there. So apologies and thanks to everyone that's contributed to this presentation. Could almost say it's a community presentation. So focusing on Myerscough Croxteth, we've got the rather spectacular Croxteth Hall in the middle there, and then we've just got a picture of what we do. Obviously, we grow food produce in the garden. I think that produce has actually been grown by Nina. Thanks, Nina. We've got the pear arch that still fruits very, very well over there. We've got brand new Animal and Equine Studies Centre. We've got lawnmower training. We've got Max and Paddy, the alpacas, enjoying some of the produce from the walled garden. Some of our equine students, horse solarium, the wood chipper, that's used by the ARB students. So it just kind of gives a picture of what we do at Myerscough. So moving on is all about getting growing. Just to give a bit of background, we've been delivering horticulture, not me personally, but for about 130 years through the college. And it kind of goes up and down a little bit, where it's fashionable, then it's not quite as fashionable, and then funding comes along that's useful for specific pockets of society. And what we found was that when devolution happened 3 years ago and the mayors took control of the adult education budget, it presented an opportunity to get out there into the community and deliver horticulture programmes. So one of the first groups that started running in the city following devolution was Nina's group over at Stanley Park with Homegrown that Jen was part of. And then I remember sitting down in St James's House with Annie Merry, going through what we could do with the group over at St Michael's. And what we then developed was a horticulture programme that was incredibly flexible, incredibly diverse, and incredibly interesting, where we developed a series of community horticulture programmes, there's Annie, across the city, not only improving horticultural practice, bringing communities together, growing food, but also delivering qualifications. Now, as a college, that's one of our primary kind of interests, if you will, where that's what we get measured on. But actually, people completing or successfully completing qualifications for the first time, often, kind of people that maybe didn't complete at school, maybe people who've had a complete career change, or maybe people who have only ever done horticulture as a hobby. It's really refreshing to be able to kind of work with various members of the community to go through these qualifications. So what we do is we look at what we can deliver through the Liverpool City Region adult education budget. I noticed there's friends from Wigan. Luckily, there's a really good relationship between the mayors in Liverpool and Manchester, so we're able to deliver our programmes to organisations in Greater Manchester as well. So we're not proud about the border. It's all right. We'll cross it when we need to. So basically, if participants are residents in Liverpool City Region or Greater Manchester Combined Authority, then they are eligible for funding to do adult education courses. Now, if somebody's on benefits or low wage, they're able to generate full funding and apply for a learner bursary, which might help with things like bus tickets, basic tools and equipment, that sort of thing. But what it also does is, because of the number of people accessing the programmes, we're able to carry the odd person that maybe isn't funded, so that we don't discriminate between kind of all the willing volunteers that turn up to community gardens. So just going through the qualifications that we offer, by far the most popular qualification that Jen's already alluded to as well is the practical horticulture skills qualification, where there's a heck of a number of units, 160 odd to be precise, where depending on the season, the time of year and what's going on in different gardens, depends which units form part of that qualification. So people can do single units, you can gather 3 units, and then that becomes an award, add a few more units on, and that becomes a certificate, top up to even more units, that becomes a diploma, and then move along to level 2. So it's like the Rolling Stone gathering the moss, where everybody's qualification is slightly different because it's done in a different garden, different time of year, different units, maybe different interests. But with our kind of range of specialists within the team, we can really support people to make the most of the garden. Nina came into college today, and you know, the work that she's doing at the moment with Incredible Edible is truly incredible. So so we just want to kind of roll that out across the city. Other qualifications that we've also got the short industry tickets. Qualifications in an operator licenses, pedestrian mowers, just a 1-day course with a separate assessment. Ride on mowers, again, 1-day course with a separate assessment. And brush cutters and trimmers rather, leaf blowers. I know that a lot of the community gardens are organic, but we do pesticide application as well. So the FEPA qualifications. Now, I mentioned assessments a second ago. For the industry tickets, there's a competence assessment where, in order to demonstrate that you can kind of use tools and equipment that can be quite dangerous effectively, there is quite a strict assessment. But with the practical horticulture skills qualification, yes, there are assessments, but very informal, where basically we want to make sure that a learner kind of understands and can demonstrate the skills required to practice horticulture. So very kind of low pressure, but incredibly important, and we need the confidence that the person has gained that knowledge and understanding. So basically, to find out more, get in touch with us over at Myerscough. We also, you know, we also kind of turn up to various events. There's representatives kind of throughout the city region where we're in all sorts of community groups. So if there's odd individuals who just want to try before kind of committing their own community garden to it, then we do some networking between the partners. So maybe we have an inquiry from somebody that wants to join one of the existing groups, so we ring round and find out where the closest community group is, whether there's any vacancies there, and it goes from there. So short and sweet, but that's what we do at Myerscough. So any questions, willing to answer. Thank you very much.